This is Treva Jones with the appendicular skeleton video. The clavicle, the acromial end is this end, the sternal end is here, the scapula, this is the scapula here, the coracoid process of the scapula is located here. The subscapular fossa is here. The glenoid cavity is here. The spine, the acromion, the supraspinous fossa, the infraspinous fossa, the sternoclavicle joint, and the acromioclavicle joint is here. Moving to the arm of the humerus. This is your humerus right here. The head of the humerus, the greater tubercle, the lesser tubercle is here, the deltoid tuberosity of the humerus, the medial epicondyle, the lateral epicondyle, the coronoid fossa, where the coronoid process actually is in this little hole here. The capitulum is down here, and the truncula is over here. Moving on to the olecranon, which is the elbow, down to the forearm, which is made up of the ulna and radius. The ulna is this bone here. The olecranon is again the elbow. The coronoid process is here. Let's see that there. The styloid process is here. The radius, this bone here, the head of the radius is here. The radial tuberosity is here, and the styloid process of the radius is actually down here. Moving on to the carpus, or the hand and the wrist. We're starting at the proximal row. The scaphoid is the bone actually here. The trapezium, the lunate, we're going to go here, actually. Here by the ulna. The scaphoid is by the radius. The triquetral is here. The pisiform is in the outer here, or if you're looking on the anterior view, it's here. And the bone that form the wrist joints is with the radius. And the metacarpal here and then the phalanges here. Moving on to the pelvic girdle, the ilium, which is here, the iliac crest, the pubis, and the ischium is here. And those form the coxal bones. The acetabulum actually would be in the inside here. The pubic symphysis, the obitrator foramen, it's actually here. The iliac crest, which is here. The anterior superior iliac spine is here. The iliac fossa, that is actually, not sure how you can see that here. There. The greater sciatic notch, the iliac spine, here, and the iliac tuberosity is here. We are moving to the femur, which is the longest, strongest bone in the body, and it attaches, I guess you would say, with the hip bone, and the femoral head is here. The greater tronchlea is here. Lesser would be here. The adductor tubercle, which is here. The medial epicondyle, which is right below that. The lateral epicondyle is on this end here. The medial and lateral condyles, medial condyle here, lateral condyle here. And the patella, the kneecap, here. Moving to the tibia and fibula, which make up the lower end of the leg. The medial and the lateral condyles, the tibia is here, the fibula is here, the medial and the lateral condyles of the tibia the medial and the lateral medial tibial condyle, which is up here, the lateral, which is out here, the medial malleus of the tibia here, the proximal and distal tibiofibular joints, proximal and distal. The head of the fibula is here, the lateral malleus is here. Moving on to the tarsus. The talus bone is up top, calcaneus, cuboid, the navicular is here, the medial, intermediate, and lateral cuneiform. The medial is here, the intermediate and lateral, the metatarsus, which would be this portion of the foot, and the phalanges are the most distal portion of the foot, and that is the appendicular skeleton.